Let's take a look at calculating probability of a slightly more complex experiment. In this problem, we're going to toss a fair coin 3 times in succession. We know that in calculating the probability, the denominator is the total number of outcomes. So the first step we often have to do is to create the sample space. That is, list out all the possible outcomes. So let's think about this. You're flipping a coin. It has a head and a tail. So what are the possibilities? Well, I could have all heads. I could have 2 of the flips be heads, 1 of the flip be a head, or no heads. In other words, all tails. That helps me organize my sample space so I don't miss anything. So specifically, I'm going to use H's and T's. So I have all H's for all heads. I could have 2 heads where I have the tail in the last, the middle, or the first position. I could have just 1 head where it's the first flip, the middle flip, or the last one. And I can have no heads so that I have TTT, all tails. All right, so that's my sample space. If I count those up, that's a total of 8 outcomes. That's going to be the denominator for all of our probabilities. Now let's start calculating them. All right, so we want to find the probability of getting exactly 2 heads. Those words matter. That means not less, not more, but precisely 2 heads. So there's 1, 2, 3 of those options. My probability would be 3 out of 8. Okay, now that you've seen the sample space and we did a practice problem, see if you can do the next ones on your own. So go ahead and read the problem and then hit pause and see if you can use the sample space to answer the question. First one, what is the probability of getting no tails? All right, so that means I want to look for one of these that has no T in it. Well, there's only one of those where it's all heads. So your probability here should have been 1/8. Right? Try this last one. What is the probability of getting the same outcome all 3 times? All right, so what does that mean? It means if I start with an H, I have to end with an H. All of them have to be H. If I start with a T, all of them have to be T. So it's all heads or all tails. In other words, 2 out of 8 or 1/4 for the probability.